Hello, I'm David Chaston with 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz. This week at everything you need to know in 90 seconds at 9 o'clock, with news stresses from China's newly booming economy are showing up more now. But first, in their holiday week, new jobless claims in the US came in lower than the prior week at 714,000, and this lowered the total number of those on benefits to 5.5 million, a reduction of more than 500,000 in 1 week, as the pace of benefit expiration rises. For increasing numbers of people, they're going into the winter and their holiday season with very little to cheer about. But just like the factory sector we reported yesterday, the American services sector is giving mixed signals. The widely watched local services PMI reported a slower expansion, while the internationally benchmarked market one reported a slightly faster expansion. But both agree that their services sector is expanding at a modest to good rate. Sadly, the booming healthcare sector is a key reason why these levels are higher. In China, their private survey of services reported a very good improvement. They had a substantial rise in business activity amid their quickest increase in new orders since April 2010. Employment growth was its strongest since October 2010. But inflationary input costs rose at their sharpest pace in over a decade. One consequence of the booming Chinese economy is the return of very bad air pollution. And there's a report that China is allowing one cargo of Australian coal that has been waiting since May to unload. It is unsure whether this is a signal of a change in policy or just one buyer manipulating the system for their own benefit. And the spot price for iron ore jumped to $136 in a boost for Australia and at the expense of Chinese buyers. And even in advance of that overnight jump, Australia reported another great trade surplus on goods and services yesterday, up to $5.2 billion for October and taking the 12-month total to a massive $74 billion and 17% higher than the banner 2019 result. The US Treasury 10-year yield will start today lower at 0.92% in a 3 basis points retreat, and the price of gold is up another $4 to $1,833 an ounce. And oil prices are unchanged today, still just under $45.50 a barrel in the US, while the international price is just under $48.50 a barrel. OPEC said overnight it'll add supply in the new year. And the Kiwi dollar has firmed overnight to 70.8 US cents, and a new high since April 2018. Against the Australian dollar, we've fallen back slightly to 95.2 Australian cents, and against the euro, we're holding at 58.3 euro cents. That means our trade-weighted index is unchanged at 72.8. I'm David Chaston. That was 90 at 9, brought to you by interest.co.nz.